Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. All's not well between Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and the state BJP leadership, especially since the time Amit Shah in a TV channel program, he declared it on the public platform that NDA will decide as to whether they will declare the CM candidate before the 2025 Bihar polls. Now, since that time, Nitish Kumar has almost gone silent. There is a disquiet within the political circles of Bihar. And in the meanwhile, a lot of developments have taken place. You have a new governor in Bihar, where Arif Muhammad Khan, the much controversial governor, has been appointed as the governor of Bihar. Then suddenly you see Prashant Kishor becoming very, very active. And yesterday, there was a case registered against him when he sat in protest in solidarity with the students of the Bihar Police Service Commission, Bihar Public Service Commission, I'm sorry.
Public service.
So, yes, so what is really happening within the Bihar political circles? Is all well between Nitish Kumar and also the central leadership of the BJP? Now, there are various questions that is BJP testing the waters? Can BJP really afford to antagonize Nitish Kumar? Then are both BJP and JDU indulging in pressure politics? All these are important questions to be looked out for. So joining me now is Ashok Mishra, veteran journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much, Ashok, for joining. We have TK Rajlakshmi, senior deputy editor from the Frontline. Thank you so much for joining. And I'll begin with Ashok. Do you sense the same disquiet in the political circles of Bihar, Ashok, as what is being talked about here in Delhi and elsewhere, that all doesn't seem to be well between Nitish Kumar and the BJP?
Yeah, it's true. There seems to be quite, uh, BJP, the relationship between Nitish Kumar and BJP is not at the moment that cordial which it used to be earlier, especially for the past 2 months, especially after the by-elections in Bihar, which was held in November. Uh, Nitish Kumar won one seat and the BJP won two. But there have been talks in political circles that the BJP and the Lok Janshakti Party leader Chirag Paswan, which are now part of NDA, which were earlier also part of NDA in 2020 elections, when both of them tried to, in a way, scuttle the political, legislative fortunes of Nitish Kumar, and Nitish was reduced to the number of 43 from earlier 78, 75 seats in 2020. So there is a talk between among the JDU leaders who are close to Nitish Kumar, especially those who belong to his caste and the extremely backward caste, that the enemies are the same. And this time he might be reduced to a lesser number of seats if we contest elections with the BJP as an ally. So these
Right.
are the talks being discussed in the political circles in JDU, especially among those who are close to Nitish Kumar. Now, there are two factors. After the by-elections, there have been certain instances when BJP tried to project itself as the the political party which is development oriented. Recently in the sense two weeks ago, there were some functions when BJP BJP's quota minister and the industry minister Nitish Nitish Mishra, who is the son of Jagannath Mishra. He is the industries minister and tourism minister. He held a program, and there were some MOUs were signed. More than 100 MOUs perhaps were signed on in that function. And Adani's, some say that it was Adani's son which has come to Bihar. The others say that no, it was his nephew who had come to Bihar. But then Nitish Kumar suddenly fell ill and he cancelled all his programs. He was supposed to inaugurate that function of industries department, but he did not go there and he cancelled all the programs. He remained there. A day after his program of Pragati Yatra, which he was supposed to launch, which is on the way. So people said now he will also cancel the Pragati Yatra. It was the BJP who said, no, Nitish is not well, so he may cancel it. But he started his Pragati Yatra, and before that, he cancelled the industry department uh, program. Suddenly, after this, the BJP leaders in Patna and the BJP senior leaders in Bihar, they have started saying, no, the elections will be contested. The NDA will contest the election under the leadership of Nitish Kumar. As you said, before that, at the Aaj Tak function, Amit Shah had said that no, the BJP legislature party or the NDA legislature party will decide who will become the chief minister. So, meaning thereby, there is no one name under whose leadership the elections
Right.
will be fought in Bihar. Right. Earlier, on other occasions, it was since 2010, it was Nitish Kumar whose name was announced earlier, and the NDA used to contest uh, as Nitish Kumar as the chief ministerial candidate, but it was a deviation from the earlier trend. So after that, rumor mills, started working, and people said no, Nitish might switch sides, and he may join hands with RJD, Lalu Prasad Yadav, so that they can have better number of seats in the 2025 assembly elections. The discussion among RJD and Nitish Kumar's JDU top leaders, if you think, they say that if both of us contest together, meaning thereby RJD and JDU, if they contest together, they can have more than 70 seats each, which has been the practice earlier. But there are a section of people in the JDU top leaders like Sanjay Jha, Lalan Singh, Devesh Chandra Thakur, and some others who want that the JDU and Nitish Kumar should contest elections as NDA constituents, and he should not go to the RJD. So these are the things which are happening in Bihar. And Nitish Kumar, meanwhile, you must have noticed Nitish
Right.
Kumar suddenly went to Delhi and he uh, met the Dr. Manmohan Singh's family there. So these are the indications which Nitish Kumar make. He makes such
Yeah.
indications that no, I am angry and I may switch sides. Meanwhile,
Right.
today you must have seen the statement of Tejaswi Yadav. It seems because today Nitish Kumar is in Delhi and he is meeting BJP President Mr. Nadda. Here people say that BJP sources especially, they say that no, it's a seat sharing arrangement between BJP and JDU for the Delhi Assembly elections. Some say that no, it is a seat sharing arrangement for Bihar has also been finalized and they will. So these are the BJP version. The JDU leaders have not come out with any statement so far. But my information says that the talks with Lalu Prasad is still going on and he may switch sides in between after 14th of January, which is a Makar Sankranti day, and people, this phase is called inauspicious in Bihar, and people will take, the Nitish might take a decision after 14th of January. So this is one
Right.
version of JDU version
Right.
of the
Ashok,
entire
I'm
thing.
reminded. I'm reminded of what we exactly discussed almost a year back. And I think in one of the discussions on Bihar last year as well, we were discussing that around 14th of January, he might take some important call and which could, change the fortunes of Bihar. It looks like a repeat story now. Satish K. Singh also joins us, veteran journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. And I'll come to you now. That what is Nitish Kumar really up to? He's sulking, he's silent, or it is a deliberate silence which he's wearing because of certain signals he wants to give to BJP. What is really happening? And is all well between Nitish Kumar and BJP?
Everything
Uh,
will remain
at the
well.
moment, there is,
No, no.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll come to Satish ji and then I'll come to you later, Ashok. Yeah. Okay, Satish ji, please go ahead.
Okay.
Well,
Yes,
up, up till the point you make him the chief minister, you keep him as chief minister. He's not going anywhere. Anywhere, wherever he goes, they should give him the chief ministership. That's the position of Nitish. As of now, I don't think that he will make a switch. All that he is doing right now is to position himself in the bargain with the BJP that one, he should be the chief ministerial face, and the second, in seat distribution, there should be parity. If not, I mean, he's not ready to uh, accept that BJP becomes a senior party. So this is the position which I look at. Well, it is, yes, it has been a case of revolving door in Bihar. Nothing can be ruled out. If BJP doesn't honor him with his own demands, he may. It's not a big deal that will happen in the post-ideological politics. This is not. He can switch side any moment, and he's in a driver's seat. Yes, this is a fact that his party no longer remains a united party. There are varied interests, there are various leaders attached to, here and there, with having some close linkage with the BJP, some leaders, and some of them. They remain subdued, but they are somehow aligned to the RJD leadership also. Nitish himself is entrenched, both the camps, NDA and what do you call it, INDIA. So here it is. You see, it's too early to predict what will happen, and nobody can predict Nitish. Bihar is in a cocoon situation wherein a new entrant like this man, PK, Prashant Kishor, is making headlines and
Prashant Kishor.
uh, trying to delve into all sort of agitations as to make a name for himself, and he showed his class, his political astuteness by ensuring the defeat of four INDIA candidates in the last five elections which were held. He was very instrumental in at least two of the constituencies. So, very volatile situation. There is a big agitation going on there. Students are on the road because that PPSC exams were exams. They are demanding cancellation, holding it again. And you see, Naukri is much more pricey in Bihar than perhaps diamond and gold. You see, so this is where we are. Let's see what happens. But one thing is for sure, whether he is this side or that side, he is in a driver's seat to be a chief minister. Even if he says switch side,
no, but
go to the
Rishi,
RJD.
another question, sir. Another question, and then I'll go to Raj Lakshmi. That can BJP afford to antagonize Nitish Kumar at this point of time, like under the pressure? Why Amit Shah said in that interview that we'll decide, NDA will decide whether to declare a CM candidate before the polls. Now, Amit Shah very well knew the kind of statement he was making and the kind of impact it would make on the minds of especially Nitish Kumar. So, what do you think is really the reason why Amit Shah, made that statement? And then that brings us to the question that can BJP afford to antagonize Nitish Kumar at this point of time?
No, for Delhi's sake, they can't even think of antagonizing him. And Nitish knows it well. Nitish knows it well. This is also a fact that one trophy which has eluded BJP is Bihar, the chief ministership of Bihar. They have never been able to make a chief minister from their party rank. And that is on the top of the agenda. But having said that, they should also have the electoral support, which in that case, Nitish brings to them the OBC, the Mahadalit, the MBC, everyone. So they can't afford to lose, number one. Number two, also in terms of the NDA equation, for the power to be perpetuated at the helm in Delhi, headed by Mr. Modi, they can't afford to even, I mean, they can't even stare at Nitish. But I don't know why Amit Shah made this statement. And I think this must have made the difference on in the JDU's camp, or say Nitish Kumar in particular, that if BJP is thinking of some design of replacing him, which they want to, but they can't afford to, because if they remove him there from even a chief ministerial phase, I think the Delhi government, the central government, will be in big danger. So
Absolutely.
Nitish knows it, and Nitish want to fix it before the elections instead of seeing Eknath Shinde and Fadnavis kind of a revolving door in Maharashtra.
Absolutely. Okay, so Rajlakshmi, we were just talking about Prashant Kishor. Satish ji mentioned about Prashant Kishor. Uh, do you think that he's playing the role of a disruptor as far as Bihar politics is concerned? The way he's and there's a whole lot of rumor about how he's being supported by BJP, and looking at the way he expressed solidarity with the students, and then there was a police case against him, and now he's saying that he's going to file a case against the police. I was reading a statement just a short while back. I think it was about 20 minutes before, where he said that he's going to file a case against the police now. Now, what do you think is the role of Prashant Kishore in Bihar's politics? I'll also ask Ashok, but what is your assumption that what is the kind of role which PK is playing at this point of time in Bihar politics?
Well, I think I mean, he's trying hard to make inroads into already, well established pockets of influence, pockets of political influence. There are already parties who have the social basis, I mean, almost intact, let me say, and he's trying to make inroads there. Okay, he has political ambitions, and perhaps he saw this student unrest as as a peg, as an excuse to uh, to to jump on to take cause to take up its cause, and to show himself, as among the leading lights of the struggle. Now obviously the whole thing, backfired, because I think the protest was going on for the last 2 weeks, and it was peaceful. I mean, there was nothing really I think is like undemocratic about it. I mean, protests have to be held, and then this also brings us, to the larger question of this series of ways. Now, of course, forget the number of paper leaks that have happened, the number of cancellations that have happened in the country, exam cancellations. But what is more significant is the handling of student protests, in almost all the NDA governed states. Let me say, it has been, by and large, pathetic. I mean, they have, I mean, almost everywhere, they've resorted to force, they have resorted to crushing the students' protests, they have resorted to putting them in jail. Even I think yesterday, some 13 odd students, from BHU have been slapped with very serious charges for first holding, a discussion on on for in fact observing the burning, of the Manusmriti, which is done, by B.R. Ambedkar in 1927, on December 26th. So they were observing that, they had a discussion, and following up by a symbolic, burning of the document. Now, why should be, let's say, the Manusmriti be so sacrosanct to anybody, considering its regressive, in fact, values that it projects? But so the burning was a kind of a protest, essentially. But they were I mean, charges were slapped against them. They were apparently assaulted also, and they were sent, to judicial custody. So the kind of reactions that we have seen, continuously in university, after university, how the students have been dealt with. So I think there is also, question mark here as to how the Bihar government, either sort of proposed to deal with the students, or they felt that it would just dissipate on its own. I mean, clearly it wouldn't dissipate, because all these things are linked. You have exams, you have coaching centers, people pay through their noses to get admission into these coaching centers, and then finally the papers are leaked, exams are cancelled, and this is absolute, your future looks absolutely blank in all these scenarios. So here, how should an administrator deal with these things? How I mean, even I'm saying, for that matter, political person, how would somebody deal with it politically, especially if you have elections this year. If you are if you're a politically mature person, you're probably, I think the government should have sent a delegation to talk to the students, to reassure them, because clearly I do not see that any opposition parties were behind orchestrating the protests. Of course, student organizations have supported it, right? But no political party was seen to be actively supporting it, barring, I think, Kishor's party, which I do not think has a huge base in Bihar.
Right,
He's known, yes, but I don't think he has that kind of a sort of mass support among students also. So he may have gone
right,
and addressed them, promised them some things, whatever it is, but the onus does not lie on him. Actually, yes, he's doing it for his political ambitions, but I think the
right,
government should have, come forward. And if it's an NDA government, of course, I think the BJP is equally culpable, because the deputy CMs are from the BJP. So I do not know in what context is Mr. Shah sort of may have sort of made that statement. Perhaps there's some assessment, that the BJP has, that uh, that there is sufficient anti-incumbency against the leadership of Nitish Kumar, because in any case, in the 2020 Bihar assembly elections, the it was, the BJP which had a larger number of seats, and the JDU, was a junior partner. So I see no reason for for the BJP not to make that kind of a statement, if it is thinking of a change of leadership, or maybe keeping the leadership issue, ambiguous,
right.
because it
Right.
senses
So,
that, yeah, that there is unrest, there is something that is not right, or that it's not going to be sort of comfortable. Yeah.
right. Okay. So, Ashok, we were talking about Prashant Kishor. Now, I want to understand from you that what is exactly the role of Prashant Kishor? Because everybody says that he is being supported and propelled by BJP. Now that he's filing a case against Nitish's police, what does this really mean? Is there an effort you see uh, that Prashant Kishor is trying to weaken Nitish Kumar, probably and perhaps at the behest of the center's direction, maybe Prime Minister Modi or or Amit Shah.
Yeah, the general impression in Bihar about Prashant Kishor is that he is more inclined towards the BJP. He has spoken against BJP, but in a very guarded way. At the same time, he has been quite vocal against the RJD. He has been quite vocal against Nitish Kumar. So this opportunity, after I told you, I link it with the last by-elections which were held in Bihar, in which his two candidates secured good number of seats, a good number of votes. One secured more than 35,000 and another one more than 15,000. So he wants to capture take over the leadership of the students, which he thinks that the students will cut across the caste lines and they will come in his support in the 2025 assembly elections. He was telling someone, I have the information that, you see, JP has emerged as a JP has taken over the leadership of students movement, which started earlier in from Gujarat, and it was spread throughout the country. Later on, the center was Bihar. So he wants to make that kind of experiment in Bihar to take over the leadership of students who are fighting on a genuine ground. Students, the students' demand is just to seek cancellation of the preliminary exams which were held uh, last month. They say that there have been irregularities in the exam. So at one center, if there have been irregularities, so in the age of online, messaging, so on other centers also, the questions may have been leaked. So they want the government should cancel all the exams and reconduct the exam once again. So these are the basic demands. So now there are several people who are jumping at. Today I was listening to the statement of Mr. Tejasvi Jadhav, who said, look, he is also supporting the students, but in a very guarded way. He said, no, you are agitating for some genuine demands. So we are not, as a party, we are not supporting you, but I have our party and me are supporting on a moral basis. You people agitate, and we are behind you. So he is not coming forward. But Prashant Kishore has jumped into the entire thing. He last night he also received some flags. Pappu Yadav has also joined in between, and now Pappu and Prashant Kishore, they are fighting together. Pappu is saying Prashant Kishore is nothing. He's trying to, reap political benefit out of it, and Prashant Kishore has not yet commented on him, but then people are saying he what Pappu is also doing. Pappu is also doing the same thing. He is trying to take the leadership of students' politics in Bihar so that he may benefit in the coming elections. So these are the things which is, I think, Prashant Kishore is closer to BJP. He is acting at the behest of the BJP indirectly, and he is mainly opposed to the RJD and partly against Nitish Kumar. In the 2025 elections, I believe he will damage both the BJP, the JDU, and RJD at the same time, because the candidates of he will field all the 243 seats. He will field candidates on all the 243 seats in Bihar, which he has announced earlier. Now, the votes of the the cast votes of the candidates which it will fill. So he may he may prove to be a vote cutter in 2025 elections in many constituencies. In some constituencies, he may click, he may win, especially in those constituencies where he will have candidates having past political, affiliation. Like some former MPs have joined, some former ministers have joined his party. They are asking for recently uh, one Muslim fellow who was in his party. He was quite angry, so he tried to cajole him. He tried to bring him. He had resigned from the core committee, but then he is still in the Jan Suraj party. So
Right.
the politicians with background, they may cut some votes and they may damage both NDA, RJD, and JDU.
Right.
BJP, RJD, and JDU in
Right.
2025 elections.
Right. So it goes to show that Bihar elections is going to be very, very interesting, and we do not know who emerges as the main political player. Satishi, what is your view that, will Prashant Kishore now end up eventually helping BJP, not so much the opposition parties, because if he's going to cut into the vote bank uh, of the Mahagathbandhan, it seems. So what happens? And eventually, and there's also a rumor about the fact that Prashant Kishore's party apparently will be used by the BJP for inducting lot of JDU leaders into that party who want to jump ship from the JDU, and they can join Prashant Kishore's party because they'll be more ideologically inclined to them rather than joining BJP directly. Yes, Satish.
You see, he's a different entity. He has got different identity. But just like Asaiduddin Owaisi is getting an image, which is, like you can just draw your parallel and introduce whatever you want to. You see, he's a disruptor in disguise.
You are saying that Prashant Kishore is the new Asaduddin Owaisi of Bihar.
For Bihar or for whom? I don't know. You can very well deduce. Well, BJP, Prashant Kishore, I think you can say that he's a disruptor in disguise. Because he wants to make an entry, entrench himself as a possible successor to, say, Nitish, to RJD, whatever. I'm not denying that. But ultimate aim of his would be this. But right now, as you rightly said, I believe the kind of performance in his inaugural election, I would say, he ensured defeat of all the INDIA, RJD, and this and that, those candidates. None of them from his party won, but as I said, he's a disguised disruptor. So he must
Right.
be being working willfully or not. I don't know, but obviously it will be. It has already helped BJP, and
Right.
maybe it helps BJP more. Uh, it might not. He might not help. It might not. PK's performance might not help Nitish. It can help him, but definitely is going to help BJP for sure. So if BJP has a scheme of things, if they can get away from Nitish by downsizing him, then you see it will be a different game altogether. But right
Right.
now, as we spoke in the beginning, uh, BJP, however mighty it may be, they can't. They can't afford to, antagonize at least Nitish Kumar. I will agree to you if you say that they can afford to, antagonize, say, Chandrababu Naidu, but definitely not Nitish Kumar,
Nitish
because
Kumar.
if he's one person who can make or break INDIA, make and break INDIA, then he
Right.
can make or break NDA as well. So
Right.
these are the situations, these are the contests in which he will extract his
Right.
flesh, and nobody can deny him, even not even RJD. Say,
Right.
forget BJP. BJP will try its best, but they will
Hmm.
not get successful. In that case, he will just jump the fence again.
Right. Okay, Suraj Lakshmi, what would you really say to the battle for Bihar, the way it is shaping up currently? Yes.
Well, he's a very unreliable partner with whichever outfit he chooses to go to, and I think that will also be a factor for the NDA as well as the India bloc. I mean, as and when they sort of decide, I mean, there's also a law, of diminishing returns, and also of diminishing credibility, and he has succeeded in ensuring that as far as credibility goes, it has just sunk and sunk and sunk further. Now, I mean, I don't know. The India bloc might okay if they fall short of numbers, and if Nitish Kumar is sort of
Raja
a
Lakshmi ji,
willing
he's still the
participant, but
tallest leader with maximum credibility compared to the other leaders from Bihar.
Hmm.
Still, he is at
well,
the
so
top.
many flip flops really don't
Yeah,
add
yeah,
to
of course,
anybody's
yes.
Agree.
Every
credibility.
you
I
see,
mean,
when
I
you
mean, every
say
2 years
flip flop,
you change
no,
the
no, no.
party.
I have a question.
Huh?
Who doesn't do a flip flop?
Yeah,
If BJP admits him
I
in
mean,
the NDA, then they also do a flip flop. If
of
Congress
course, of
does,
course.
he was with NDA for 10 years. You see, everybody is unreliable in this post-ideological age. It's a battle for kursi, nothing more.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. When you
Nothing more.
compare the degrees of flip flops and the frequencies of flip flops, I mean, he
Right.
definitely is quite. He takes the cake. So maybe
Right.
it's a talent that nobody else has. Maybe it's a thing to be admired, probably. But then, any outfit which plans to go with him at some stage would think how far, to what extent is he going to be a
Absolutely.
reliable partner? It is a concern, definitely. I mean,
Absolutely. But
can't be overlooked.
whatever political situation is emerging, but Nitish Kumar has to be given the credit that despite so many flip flops, despite changing ship, he always ensures that he is on the driver's seat, and as the Hindi phrase goes, Ajar Amar CM. It seems, and he's a CM evergreen. It seems for Bihar. So we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold really in Bihar. Quite an interesting battle unfolding there. And of course, the polls scheduled next year in 2025, sometimes in October last week or the November first week. Thank you so much, Satish K. Singh, Ashok. Thank you so much. And Rajlakshmi, wonderful to
Thank
have
you.
you on the program. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion: subscribe to our channel, send us a feedback, and stay tuned to the Federal.